Holbrook, speaking French, was trying to make sense of it. Some drivers were dismounting their vehicles, pointing up the road behind us. Something about an armored personnel carrier going off the road, Holbrook muttered. We looked behind us. Nothing. And then it hit us. They were talking about our armored personnel carrier. We got out and ran back to where the French drivers were pointing down the steep mountainside. Yes, there appeared to be some broken tree limbs. But was there a vehicle down there? What were we seeing? Our escort officer, a U.S. Army Lieutenant Colonel who'd picked us up in the Hummer and led the French vehicle, slipped down the mountainside to investigate. And disappeared into the undergrowth. Then there was the sound of small arms fire and a muffled explosion or two from further down the mountainside. The French were mystified. Mines, they said, pointing down the mountainside. No one had communications, and Holbrook and I were frantic. That armored car had been filled with our team members. Finally, I could wait no longer. I started down the mountain. Wait, come back, Holbrook called. At that moment, a Bosnian general appeared, but he spoke no English. Through my poor Russian and sign language, we learned that the road switched back. That meant if we kept going down the road, we would find the fallen vehicle from below. Holbrook and I took off on foot, running down the road, my Army green dress uniform coat flying. The Bosnian was right, and a mile or so further down the road, it circled back in a horseshoe bend. We saw a cluster of halted vehicles. Someone spoke broken English, but no one could explain what had happened. I scrambled hand over hand up the steep mountainside, and soon found a medic with a dead French soldier. 2 more, he pointed. That's all. The dead soldier could have been from our vehicle, but I couldn't be sure. I slid back down the road and saw us back down to the road and saw a stretcher was being...
back up there and I slid down.
I slid back down to the road and saw a stretcher was being brought up from further below, bearing an American who was barely conscious, moaning in pain. Someone pointed down below where a column of greasy black smoke was rising. I just started running, breaking through the brush as I stumbled and fell down the mountainside. A couple of 100 meters down, I saw the vehicle, turned on its side and burning. A Bosnian fighter leaned against a tree nearby. Stay away, he cautioned with his hands. But my men might be in that vehicle. I couldn't stay away. I used a log to pry open the hot metal door, and it was like looking into a furnace. 2 of our men were there, clearly dead, the flames licking only inches from their still faces. I looked around for something with which to put the fire out. I found nothing, so I ran back through the brush, scrambling up toward the road, hoping to find a fire extinguisher. Every soldier I'd ever lost, every accident I'd ever seen, every trace of guilt I'd ever felt, they all came back to me now. I'd have done anything to rescue those men.